What is up, players? It is Warboss Tay back up in this mug. Welcome to a video where I am showcasing an army that I am looking to sell. It is the Dwarf army from Warhammer Fantasy. This is a project that I painted up a couple years back, and the amount of time and effort that I put into them, I'm really proud of them. They are ready. They are done and ready to be put on the table. They are. I'm looking for $1,000 for the entire thing, and I'll show them to you, and I'll walk you through why I think that is a terrific deal for them. So just looking at the army now, for Age of Sigmar, which is what the new Warhammer game is, they are on square bases, but obviously the base shape Games Workshop says doesn't matter. You can split them up and run them in a skirmish mode, which I think is okay, but when I was making this video, I thought, you know what would really be more impressive is to show them in blocks, like how they were intended to look. And I think when you see an army in units, in blocks, it's way more impressive. Also, you can see the unifying color scheme this way. The colors that I wanted to be predominant are green and gold. So you're going to see a lot of green and gold as the overall color. But within that, what I wanted was to make each dwarf look like an individual. They're all going to have different colored hair, different colored beards, different colored sleeves and trim on their chainmail coats. And I think that is not only a challenge, but that is a great opportunity as a painter to say, okay, how can I take this army that would be really easy to make them all have brown hair or blonde hair or black hair or whatever. It would be really easy to just assembly line, paint all the sleeves one color, paint all the trim one color. I mean, that's fine, but I think the interesting thing about any intelligent humanoid race is that every soldier is an individual. It's something that we kind of forget when you think about the more, I don't want to say mindless, but non-humanoid races like Necrons and Orcs and Undead. For most of these armies, or Lizardmen, they just came out as a Seraphon. It's very easy to forget that each soldier is an individual, and when you paint them all in one color or with the same color scheme, you kind of forget that. So I wanted this army, when I was painting it, I wanted each guy to be an individual in case, you know, you're playing the game and you're down to the last guy in the unit and he does something especially heroic, or he makes an incredible save, like long odd save. You've got a story to tell, and that guy will always be the one that you remember. You can pick that guy out because of the way he looks. Everybody's looks different. This is basically what I'm going for. Just like us, we're all special little snowflakes. So what do you get in your army purchase? You are going to get a bunch of units, a mixture of melee hand weapons and ranged, artillery in the back, and 3 special characters. My goal was, when I was looking to put this package together to sell it, was that I wanted to have them all look unified, and the plastic models, they all look the same. Like, I think you can really tell when you're building them that the Games Workshop uses the same body shape for the quarrelers, or their gosh, what are they called? Handgun guys, the Thunderers, that's it, as they do for their hand weapon shield guys, as they do for their double-handed guys. Like, they all are built off the same kind of look and the same kind of model. So you have a very cohesive looking army here, and you've got your battle standard here. You've got the leader, the Thane, here. You can also run this guy as the Thane and switch these guys out. I kind of wanted them to look similar, like one could be a prince and one could be a Thane. Obviously the one that's more blinged out would be the more general, like. And but I wanted them to look, these guys look so similar already, just the way their bodies are shaped and everything, that I thought I'd paint them up to look like brothers. That way you can have them leading different units in the army. Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 Thunderers here. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16 Quarrelers there. You've got 8 Miners over here. 20 hand weapon shield guys over here. 25 double-handed weapons. I built more as double-handed weapons because at the time that extra bonus in strength was really good for an army, for a general to have at their disposal. I've also got 20, or actually 4, 8, 12, 16 hammerers in the back. And the hammerers at the time, Games Workshop had not released the new hammer kit, so what I had to do was make my own, because I love the hammerer rules and the concept of them being just this really big, beefy, punchy unit. I wanted to make them look good. So what I did was I used the unit leader helmets and bodies. So most of these guys are going to have the winged helmets. And what I did was I took the axes, the double-handed axes, and I kind of chopped them up, and I replaced the axe head with the hammer head from a regular hand weapon. So you're going to see most of these guys in the hand weapon and shield unit have axes, because I took most of their hammers to make into the hammer unit. And that's a really cheap way to go, because with Games Workshop's pricing for their hammer unit now, it would cost you a lot more. I think there's a way to do it on the cheap. If you wanted to build your guys, but you're on a little bit of a budget, then hammer guys using the hand weapon and shield bodies and parts is a great way to go. And then you got the cannon in the back. So I'm asking for $1,000 because of the amount of time I spent on building a cohesive looking yet individual looking army, on doing individual flourishes like the non-metallic metal here on the banners, and not only on the banners, but also a lot of these guys have different kinds of, I guess, bling or detail on them as well. Like this guy here has trim on the back of his coat. I wanted to do a lot of non-metallic metal. I was looking at trying to learn that technique, and I was really interested in that. So you're going to see a lot of that. But you also have the metallic, the old dwarf bronze is gold kind of look. You see a lot of them I also wanted to have with a frothy mug of ale as they're marching to battle. So there's a little bit of what I want for my armies is character, character. And so if you're walking past the table and you look at the table, you see something that piques your interest, and you want to continue getting in there. I think that's the best feeling, when you're in your hobby store and you see two guys playing with really well painted armies, and you want to really just get in there and bend over the table and kind of like look at all the models close up, or pick one up and kind of turn it around in your hand. You want to see if you pick up this model, how much freehand is in this book, and you can see like a lot, or you can see the technique, and you can see the runes that were painted on, and the amount of work that I put into this army really kind of comes out in that. When people are walking by the table, they're going to want to watch what you're doing. They're going to want to get in there and just be like, what is this? It's the little dwarf engineer guy with the little lens on his helmet. Or what's this guy got on his clipboard there? It is a diagram of the battle and where all the units are marching and where he should be firing. And when you start to look at him, you can see individual strands of hair highlighted and painted, so you can really find or see the shape of the beard. Or when you pick up this crew guy, you'll notice that he doesn't have any hair, but he does have stubble. And he's also got a very ruddy complexion. He's got his eyes painted in. All of the dwarves have their eyes painted in. So these are just small details that I wanted to showcase because I wanted to play with this army. I wanted it to be an army that I could grow in the future, and I'm not happy that I have to get rid of them, obviously, because I put so much work into them, but I want to see them go to somebody who, like I wanted to do, will play them. Put them on the table, or just put them in a display cabinet. The way that they were over the last couple of years for me, they were in a cabinet in my house because I don't have display cabinets, and I didn't really take them to my local gaming store for anything. So I want them to go to an owner that will really be able to use them. So if you're interested, I'm looking for $1,000 for them. You can contact me at warbosstudios@gmail.com if you'd like to purchase them, and we can kind of get that going. But I'm going to show off to you now a slideshow of videos, and we'll put them on the turntable of the more interesting pieces, and you can see for yourself a lot of that detail that I was talking about. All right, thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you are having a great day. And like I said, let me know if you're interested in picking up this army. Laters!